we think of ourselves as capital allocators, and maybe I'm a little jaded having spent time in the private equity world. It's really about you have to time the way you deploy capital to the conditions in the market.
Marathon has a different model than most. There are efficiencies that you guys are pulling from your different model that give you a competitive advantage. Perhaps if you are able to share some of those efficiencies and how are you pulling those efficiencies out? What are you doing differently from some of the other some of your competitors that really gives you some of that competitive advantage?
Sure. So we think of ourselves as capital allocators, and maybe I'm a little jaded having spent time in the private equity world and the venture world and having scaled a lot of technology companies. It's really about you have to time the way you deploy capital to the conditions in the market, right? And if you think back to 2020, 2021, it was all about number go up. The price of Bitcoin was going through the roof, and it was all about scaling. And if you think about traditional Bitcoin mining operations, you secure a site, you have to negotiate a power agreement, you have to order transformers, you have to build this infrastructure, and then you get miners, and then you plug those miners in, and then you start mining. 18 to 24-month process.
Mm.
We knew that winter was going to come because those are the cycles Bitcoin goes through every 4 years. And we knew we needed to get scale quickly so that we were able to generate a lot of revenues and profits so that when winter came, we'd have a war chest to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that arose during the winter. So what's the fastest way to scale? Well, if you can short circuit the timeline so you can just plug miners into existing sites, you need to find people who have sites under development. Ideally, they're spending all their money to develop the sites, so you spend all of your money just on miners. So our asset light model was really designed around deploy 100% of your capital on miners instead of 30 to 40% on infrastructure and 60 to 70% on miners. So that's how you scale faster.
Hey, it's Amy. Click over here to subscribe, click over here for more content, and we'll see you next time.